Hi guys, this is Lou, aka Lulu, aka many other names. Okay, so I drove my car today. Did I say it was the 16th of October? I did a video already, but I can't even remember what was in it. Hello, kitty. What am I supposed to do about you? Yes. Listen to this kitty. Come look at this kitty. I shouldn't be petting you. Bad. Bad Mary Lou. Okay. He's a pretty cool cat, but I'm trying to stay away from him because you know why. But it is true, people, that cats, just like they say they have 9 lives, well, they have other homes. If they're outside wandering around, they go to other places too. You know, kind of like Lady and the Tramp. He went all over the place on different days, getting food, scraps. Everybody loved him. The Tramp. That's a cute show. And I'm talking about the original one. And then there's a 2, and I don't know if there's any more, but those, I don't remember seeing number 2. But I liked Lady and the Tramp. You know, when my granddaughter was hanging out with me, my first granddaughter, okay, I love all you granddaughters, but she was there when she was a baby until she was around 5 years old. I'm going to keep walking and try not to think about my back. Okay, so anyway, I don't know what the point was that we always watched the Disney movies, you know. I don't even know these Disney movies now. And all the, I don't know who puts them out, the Marvel, and I mean, Nancy and them are into superheroes and stuff like that. But I haven't seen any. I mean, I remember the first. Okay, stop. The first Superman. What was his name? His last name was Reeves, wasn't it? I don't remember his first name. I have a mental block, but it'll come to me. Okay, so I'm in the shade, and there's a big old fat cloud up there. Walking, not looking at what I'm doing. See, there's the sun. There's that big old cloud. On the other side of this tree, you'll see it a little better. I like the trees and the clouds and the breeze. I should put those words down, but I'm walking, so I can't. I just have to go back and find them. I do want to play with words and come up with neat stuff. And sometimes the neatest stuff does flow out. So I need to write it. It's kind of like those dreams I tried to keep up with. I would wake up so many times from a dream in the middle of the night. And if I went right back to sleep, I'd forget it. So I took a pad of paper and pencil, pen to bed so I could record my dream. It was crazy. Maybe it was the house I was living in. I had some strange dreams. I can remember some of them. There was one where I was flying uncontrollably up in the sky, just flying. But like I didn't know what I was doing. I was whirling around and stuff. And then, you know, it seems like I was walking like I was on one of those rope bridges, that's the word. You know, where you can get across, but it's a rope and it's planks. how they built that. I mean, really, how did they do that? Especially, I mean, there's probably technology for that today, but I wonder if there was then. You know, have to get all the way across this place. Okay, like the one that Shrek crossed in that first movie. They had to get to the castle where the princess was. They had to go and rescue the princess. And her thing is that she's supposed to fall in love with the guy who rescues her. But this other idiot sends Shrek to rescue her. And so it gets to be a big old mess. And then they do fall in love with each other. And then they have something in common too, is that she is a beautiful person, human being, whatever, during the day. And when the sun goes down, she turns into this, what is he? Just like him. What is it, an ogre? Or what is he? I really don't know. Nevertheless, he's big and strong. And I don't know what he is. So an ogre comes to mind. He's large. He likes the swamp. And he wants to be left alone. That's him in the beginning. It's really a pretty good show when you think about it. I'm just sitting here thinking about what I'm saying. Anyway, she turned into what he is like, the female version at night. And she's looking for her true love because the way to, okay, maybe not just true love. Okay, take that back. Because it's a story, okay? A story, a fairy tale thing. So the storyline is, you know, she gets rescued. She's been in this damn tower in this room forever. There's more to it, I'm sure. But the point is, she's supposed to be rescued. That's the storyline, okay? So when he rescues her, he's doing it for somebody else. Because that somebody else is just a horrid. In other words, he ain't nothing. He's a wimp. He's a wimp. He's really short. It's okay to be short. Usually short people are oversized in their spirit because they have to make up for all that bullying they had when they were young. Okay, we're passing Nancy's house, so I've done a complete block. Here's my car. I could have parked a little closer to the sidewalk. There's Batman. I don't know how many Batmans I watched, but it wasn't very many. Okay, so I don't know when I started telling about my car earlier. We had a problem with the alternator, so in the meantime it drained the battery. So then we couldn't get it started. But anyway, Nancy Caroline's pretty good. She's got a hybrid, okay? So the battery is weird, but she knew how to do it. So that's good because we jump started my car on the second day. They had a thing that it's one of those things where you give it power and it stays in it. And so if you have a dead battery, you can jump yourself with it without being hooked to something else. So anyway, it worked real good. We must have just not had it all charged up before they went to bed. They gave up. Don't blame them. Anyway, point is, I'm making a long story out of everything. Point is, we got her started and we drove her around a little bit, but only a little bit. And so it is a concern, but it started right up. I got in here probably this afternoon or right around noonish or somewhere in there. Started it up and just drove around the neighborhood. I think I just drove the long way around the neighborhood and then down one street and then over. Then I got out on this street that's out in front. You know, in other words, they're inside a subdivision. And to get out of the subdivision, there's two different, I think it's just two. No, actually, there's three. There's three different roads that you can take out of here. Okay, so I took one. I went all the way around the neighborhood, and it's a long neighborhood. It's about a mile. Might even just be only 3/4, but we'll just round it up to a mile. Because that 3/4 of a mile, if that's what it was, would be from down the end of the street anyway. So you would add something to it. Because there's one, two, three. There's 3 houses in between Nancy and the corner. And they're big houses. They take up room. They take up real estate. I love real estate. Started with my mama when I was young. One of our pastimes for Sundays, you know, we did go to church every Sunday. That was a must. That was always, unless you were really sick or something. You know, it just made me remember a story. I'm a good girl, okay, for the most part, but I did, as a child, I don't think I was baptized yet. I don't know. I was in the 3rd grade, so I could have been, because I think you're about 8 years old when you're in the 3rd grade. Nevertheless, I did tell a lie to my mama. The Wizard of Oz was coming on, and it was during the time we had to be at church, and I wanted to see it. So I faked being sick. And what my mother says, just make sure you don't watch that Wizard of Oz. So there I am at the house with the TV, and I can't watch the Wizard of Oz. That was a long time ago. I don't know what kind of TV we had. It probably was black and white. It was in 1963, because that's when I know that we lived there. I'm not sure how long we lived there, but I think it was not very long. Me and Buddy, my brother, also lied another time. It might have been the same time frame, so I wonder why we were doing all this lying. We were at school, okay, so we came into school after everybody else did. And I'm not talking on the same day. They'd already been there, already had their shots and all that stuff, right? Or maybe they were getting their shots. And since we moved in, they asked me and Nathan, I mean the nurses, they asked us if we'd had our shots. And we said, yeah. No, we had not. So I think we had to get our shots a little bit later, after everybody was all done. I don't know how that worked, but we did try to tell a lie. But I am not good at lying, only unless it's just like real super important that I do. But it's never like to hurt anybody, you know. So, there's corn stalks over there in the corner of that house, and pumpkins. I think, I don't know what that is. I don't know what that is. Something black over there. It's behind the pumpkins and over to the side. And it's like either it could be a cat, black cat, or something similar. I'm trying to get the glare away from you. Okay, so I've walked around the block, haven't I? And I came up to my car and I sat in it. So I thought I'd show it to you. It's cute, but I'm not going to start it again, because I started it and I drove it 20 minutes just to make sure, because that's the thing, is the battery was all drained. And maybe something, because the dome light did come on when she turned on the car, and it might have been like the dome light had been left on or something that made it not stay charged. But I was reading about it last night, so there's things, what do they call it? parasitical, something like that. Like a parasite. Drains you, drains your blood. That makes sense. A tick does that. Anyway, what would be the point? Oh, I was asking how come. I mean, I thought if your battery was charged and it was good, then it should just stay charged, okay? And then I'm getting told that I should drive it at least twice a week or something, and I think there's something wrong with that. If you don't have something draining your battery, it should not be draining, but they're saying, yeah, you should, I don't know what they're saying, but then they're also saying that if you start it and you don't run it and drive it, whatever, but you just start it, then it drains battery more. So if you're going to start it, then you got to drive it. I just think there's something wrong with that scenario. I know that batteries drain, but they shouldn't if they're all hooked up right. And that's what they're saying basically is parasitic something draining the battery, whether it be cigarette lighters or whether it be like this charger. In order for the radio thing to work through my phone into the, okay, I'll show you. Can you see it? Okay. We can use my telephone, which is, that's what that thing is for right there, for me to sit it in there, but for it to hook up to the monitor, whatever that thing is, you have to hook it up to a USB cord. So we did that, we played with it, and actually maps from my phone shows up on that thing, which is cool. I don't know about the hearing part, but I hope it comes through that, because through the speakers, because I can't hear it. I can't hear my own phone. I mean, me and my Uncle Joe were trying to get directions from my phone, right? And we couldn't hear it. And we had to keep putting it up to our ear, and then you can't see the picture at the same time, and that's dangerous. But coming through the car speakers, you can hear it. It's really good. That is one thing. I'm not sure if I need to have a speaker on the driver's side, but it does not appear to be working, unless we just don't know how to turn the gadgets and stuff. Because we were mostly playing with the car. But the guy who had this car, it was Philip's uncle, you know, so on the same lines as his dad, if he, as far as relationship. I can't say my right words, you know, because just because you're biological, that's what it is. Biological relationship is the same, like me and Nancy. Nancy is the mama to her children, but I'm the aunt. I'm one of the aunts because my sister Teresa should be involved. Okay, so we all basically are, can't get my right words. In other words, you do need to be in a lot closer situation. But those boys, Teresa has 4 boys, and I love them all. I haven't been around. I haven't been around forever and a day. I mean, the fond memories I have of these children are when they were very young. And Cyril, you know, from just like, compared to puppies, but just like from the birth up until I moved away. I moved away in 91, but even then we stayed in contact. And the other boys, I probably didn't very much, you know, but Cyril was there during a time when I was there, and Jessica was there, and then there's just all through life, there's a connection between that, like my Carly. I had time with her. We forged a bond, you know, because we were together. Anyway, so same with Cyril, okay? And that's on the lines of my daughter, because he's her first cousin. And his mother would be, I want to say these words, and I don't want you to take it too seriously, okay? But like mama. I'm like a papa. You know, like Nathan is an uncle and I'm an aunt. But that just means we are brother or sister to their mother. Or to their dad, whatever the case may be. But in our case, it's the mother, because I'm talking about Nancy. Or talking about Teresa. I would talk about Buddy. He would be like a step-in dad for the immediate children, you know, if something happened. And not just even that, you know. There are times when you are a single mom and you could use a strong man around. Well, hey, if you're close enough to your brother, that can happen. And when I say strong man, I mean a good influence. Not a strong man to rule over with his fists, but to rule with kindness and love and spend time with these kids who don't have anybody. Because we are. We're like, the word is not surrogate, okay? That came to my mind, but that's not it. But we are like, I guess like they'd say a godfather or a god, what are those? Is that what it is, a godfather and a godmother? That's in a different religion. But I'm just saying, all members of the family, it'd be nice if we could all be together, close enough to do things. You don't have to spend your life with somebody, but you know, we could get together and do things a lot more often. But that means being in the same neck of the woods, and we're not. Now, as far as the United States being the same neck of the woods, we are, okay? But my brother's in Arizona. My dad is there now. I'm so glad. I know he's getting good care and good company. And the doves give me a sense of freedom, even though I'm not free. But I am, at least from that particular thing. It does take somebody pretty strong. You know, I'm not necessarily that strong. I'm strong to a point. Talking about emotionally. But Nathan did what he had to do. Nathan got things done. He got Dad moved, and he's in within 5 minutes of where he's at. And he's under really good care. He's getting good care. And as far as I know, I mean, he's been happy every time I've talked to him, but it's time to talk to him again. I'm trying to get the glare out of there, and I need to continue walking. I just was going to show you my car, and I forgot because I kept talking. Okay, so I'm not going to turn it on. I already said that. So it's just plain Jane, man. It's just plain Jane. Over there, it's got something. It's electrical, you know, digital. I believe it shows you the time, and it's got a thing for the gas tank, and it's got lines all the way up it. So however much gas you got, that's where the lines are. And we're below half. And what was the other thing? I don't remember. Maybe it's the miles. And what does it say? So the speed limit, the speed that it'll go is 130. Wow. I would be very scared. I need rubber around the car, you know, like make it a car that bounces off things and doesn't let you get hurt. And I don't want to get hurt by the airbags either. I hear a lot of people are getting broken up by them airbags. Okay, I'm going to get back out there and walk again. I've had a good little rest. And it's just nice to have a little car. The steering wheel's all sideways, and it does say SRS airbag. Ouch, and then it's got a horn. But there. Just plain Jane, got this Spangs, does what it needs, and it's got electrical windows, which is very good. It's got 4 doors, so people can get into their own place in the back if there's ever any people. You know, I can see me taking Nancy and the kids somewhere, you know, instead of using her car all the time. I don't know how I'm going to get across country unless I need somebody to drive with me, and then we'd have to get him a ticket back. Or somebody get a ticket and come here and drive with me. But they're all busy. They've all got jobs and doing their thing. I knew I was supposed to get this car, okay? In some ways, you'd think maybe I'm a little bit on the stupid kooky side. But no, I don't think I am. This car was a gift from God and a gift from Philip and his cousin. And I started to tell you about the guy that used to own this car. He passed away. But he was a mechanic, and he took excellent care of this car. And he put on some extras, like this thing here. That wasn't there. He put it on. And then there's, I don't know, it looked kind of weird. I don't know if I got it with me or if I left it. Oh my goodness. My mind is going crazy. You know, it's like losing, it's losing my keys, okay? I don't have them on me, but I came out to walk. And hopefully I have clipped those keys to my purse. But I don't know if I'm supposed to put it on the charger every night or what. But anyway, that is one of the gadgets that he put on here, is I can start my car from inside the house. So you can have it start warming up. Just make sure you have an eye on the clock, or you forget about it and then it's ran for a half hour. But the point is, wintertime, instead of coming out here and messing with everything in the ice cold, then you can push a little button, the car starts, and I'm sure you can have it set where you've got your defroster on or something, so you can be defrosting your windows. And I do think it's a good idea to have a little squeegee. So it's something I should put on the list. Maybe I can find one at the Dollar Tree. Just get a little squeegee so that there is bird droppings on my mirror. I just saw it. How rude. I know one of you people said, watch out for that. Let's see, anyway, can you see the it's on my mirror? Okay. But anyway, it's just cute. It's a cute little car. Everything lights up. Next time I go to start it, my phone was on the charger this morning when I went for a ride. But I did ride at least 20 minutes. You know, not 50 or... I think my highest speed might have been 35. I don't know. But I like my car so far. And it was squealing a little bit, like the brakes. But it's got good brakes. I think that squealing quit, unless it's going to do it every time. That was a message. Hi, Mary. Are you looking for cheaper insurance? Yes, I am. I can't believe that girl today. Unless she was talking about a year. Now, if she was talking about a year, that might be something to think about. You know? Because then you save more money if you buy a whole year at a time. Once upon a time, I used to just pay for the whole thing. So I didn't have to worry about payments, you know, and being late. Being late. Who that is. It looks like missionaries. That is a trip. I wonder where they're going. I wonder where they're going, because I bet you anything they are missionaries. So I wonder if they're going to go to Nancy's house. Here I am sitting in the car talking to you guys. Yes, they are. I wonder what they're going to do. They're going to try to talk to Nancy, and she's not here. I guess maybe I should get out of the car, but I don't want I know, I'm selfish. Because I should get a hold of them. I should get a hold of them and go to church, but I just don't know if I can do that. But it is good to go and partake of the Spirit. Because you'll feel it. You will, you'll feel it. Can't help yourself. Okay, this guy got awful close to my car, and he's got a 33 on his license plate. This guy, a huge truck, pulling out into the road towards my car so he can back into his parking spot. Like, oh my God, what's going on out there? All right, so I probably should check on that and see what's up. There are members of the church in this neighborhood. There is a member on the corner over here, according to Nancy, and I think there might be a member on each block in the neighborhood, which is really cool. To me, it is. Anyway. Hey, guys. I'm going to have to talk to these people. It'll just take a second. Okay. My sister's the one that lives there.
Oh, yeah?
And I knew you guys were elders with the ties and stuff. You know, I'm thinking, I wonder which house they're going to. So do you guys have a card? I'm not really into...
Of course.
Okay.
This one, you know, has a little QR code. You can scan it. Shows all the churches near here and all the times.
Really?
Yeah. You've got a pen. Do you want to write down our number on there?
You just never know. I'm not necessarily an active member, but every once in a while I like to go. And I got a YouTube channel. I was just telling these people, you know, I really should go. Just, you know. So I wonder which ward she's in, do you know?
Yeah, this is the Ording ward, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And okay, she showed me the church when we passed by one day. We didn't drive in or anything, but we were driving by. She says, "There's our church." I mean, our building type of thing.
Yeah.
Do you know how many? Okay, you wrote it there. Okay. Do you know how many members?
We have around like 150, you said? Yeah.
That are active.
About 150 come each week.
That's cool.
Yeah.
I mean, you know, you can have 1,000 members and then only so many come, and I'm one of those, you know, so I understand. Anyway, you guys keep it up.
Yeah,
the good work.
I don't think I caught your name.
I didn't say it, but I'll tell it to you. It's Mary Lou. You can call me Lou.
Okay, great to meet you, Lou.
Great to meet
I'm
you.
Elder Lenahan.
I'm Elder Reed.
Okay.
So yeah.
Keep up the good work, okay?
Thank you so much.
You're welcome. And I know I put you guys kind of on hold without. I don't think I stopped you. So I'm going to put this card in my pocket. And the door has been opened. As I was saying, I really need to get a hold of those people. But I haven't done anything about it. And so there they come, right to your door. I wonder why. They had a reason, but I don't know what it was. Probably to talk to Nancy. You know, the missionaries do a lot of things, and so do other people that are members of the church. You check on the people, make sure they're doing okay, and, you know, see if there's anything you can do for them, and stuff like that. So I'm wondering, maybe I'll go all the way around the block. No, there's kids over there. I'm going to stay on this block. Look at that tree. Isn't it tripping? It's getting fat. It's spreading out and getting fat. And it looks like, let me check these branches out. From back there, it almost looked like a big old spider web in there. It's branches. Branches all stir around. Kind of flat and fat. It's going to be a great shade tree one day. So far away, hey, hey, you're so far away. Hey, hey. So I just passed something when I was driving. I don't know where it was. And it was bushes. It was all these bushes that had red leaves. Beautiful. But that means they're going to be necky, right? They're going to end up losing their leaves. And they're just bushes. Trip. I know I use that word a lot, don't I? What's tripping? Trip with Lou. Come trip with Lou. As we go through the neighborhood, I'm just doing it because I need to. Wish I'd have been doing it a long time, and it would be easier. But it is good to have a distraction, that I'm not thinking about it, I'm just doing it, you know? Again with the you-knows. All right, let's see. I think I'll go to the left and go down to the next block and then just come back. Left, right, left. I was actually doing it wrong with the same, the feet. In other words, I was putting my left foot down when I was saying left. Notice that by the end. So again, I'm tripping. There are a lot of people coming home from work. I shouldn't really be in the road. But I don't like all those leaves in my hair. Yeah. Won't be long. And these over here, the red, and that looks kind of orangey. There's another red. My feet are tingling. I don't know, man. Pretty dog. I'd probably get in trouble if I showed the little dog, because there's a man attached to it. But it was like a small border collie, chocolate brown. Or somebody might call it red. I call it chocolate. It had the same coloring as border collie. It had the white. Oh, that scared me. I just turned it around, not looking what I'm doing, and that mower came on. So I'll be walking down the street. He's on my side of the road. I might have to show you the dog if he lets me. And there's somebody else walking dogs at the end of the street too. They're either walking dogs or the dogs are walking with them. Like for protection. Company, but protection. Okay, I was going to sing that again, and I'm not going to do that. Yes, I will sing this one. I don't know who does it, though. Just give me some kind of sign, girl. Oh, my baby. Show me that you're mine, girl. Oh, yeah. Do, 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 do. Do, do. I'm going to cross the road. Da, 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 da. Do, do. There were so many songs. I wish I could remember them all, but then I might go crazy. You know, the ones that were popular when I went to New York, okay? You didn't hear those in Utah. Utah's where I was living at the time. I was a junior in high school. Anyway, I got in trouble. Got sent away. Came back probably around Christmas time. I'm not sure. So I was home around Christmas and married June 4th after that. You guys beware, man. Don't get married just because you think it's a thing to do. And chastity belts might be a thing to do. There's got to be something. Because some people just can't control themselves. That would be me. Not once you've tasted it and you want it and it's right there. That's why I got sent away. Because I couldn't leave him alone. And I told him, I said, you cannot expect me to leave him alone when he lives across the street. So the next week I was gone, okay? They sent me to New York. New York City! To my Aunt Bonnie's house. You know, like I was talking about other people being like your parent. So my dad's sister was in charge of me there for 3 months. I think I was there 3 months. I tried getting my driver's license there. That was a disaster. It was not taking, it was learning how to drive. And then people teaching you and they leave things out. I did things bad. Almost got in accidents. Anyway, so I'm not sure how that worked because I was only there 3 months. I got married a week after I turned 17, okay? So I was basically 16. The end of 16. A kid. Just a kid who doesn't know nothing. I did do a lot of things correct as far as money and household and all kinds of things like that. But I just think you're too juvenile. You know, you got your ideas, you got your feelings about how things should be, but then you find out they're not like that. Basically, my whole world was shattered. Because people can't be truthful. He could not be truthful and say, I don't love you that way anymore. I don't want to marry you. Instead, he gets married to me and then lets me feel all rejected. Like, you know, what the hell's wrong with you? We just got married. And you're not in a loving way. Like you should be. So no, it wasn't right from the beginning. We had dated for 2 years. But that still puts you at 15 and 16. You're still a freaking kid. And then his family was just totally different than mine. So it just was doomed from the start. Really sad. But nevertheless, I'm glad. Does that make sense? You know, we always say that. If I could go back in time, what would I do different? But I don't know. I mean, part of me knows exactly what I would not do. But really don't know. I know, you follow that path, and then there's things, like you had a daughter. You had a child with the man. Well, she wouldn't have come along if we hadn't been together and had all those years together and all that crap. Anyway, I'm just saying, I think my daughter, her spirit would have still came to me. I'm just not sure if she'd have the same appearance. That's a big if. So I guess that's one of the things we don't need to worry about. It's just that Jesus did. Jesus looked the same here in real life as he did when he was the spirit God of this world. And you find that in ether. brother of Jared, saw him because of his great faith. He saw him. I'm going to pass some little kitties. So we passed the children. My calf is like pulling. Dum dee da dum. Hey, hey, you're so far away. Hey. Yeah, Motown was pretty big when I got sent to New York. And then there was some songs. I just don't know how to describe them. But Three Dog Night was going on, and The Who, and a lot of stuff like that. So it was like 1970, because I got married in 71. And it was before 71 had turned in that I was in New York. So it was 1970. Got to see the Rockettes. Got to go see Radio City Music Hall. Saw a couple of movies on the humongous screen there. It was a Mad, 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 Mad World was one of them. And I don't remember now. I don't think I can go again. Okay, they call it the Christmas Carol, all right? Well, this hit the big screen while I was there. That 3-month period of time while I was there. I'm trying to figure out what happened. That was the best Christmas Carol. And I am not sure what they actually call it. I almost feel like I could repark my car, but I'm gonna leave it like it is. It's a little on an angle. See my car over there? So cute. I could pull it back a little bit and then pull it back in, but then from what I heard or read, as I looked it up, what would make your battery go dead, you know? It's a new battery since May of this year. So I can't see it draining unless something's draining it. But then they were thinking maybe you have to drive it 1 or 2 times a week or something. Anyway, I'm happy to have my little car. I'm gonna go in here and go up to my room. Hopefully, I'm gonna see if I can find my cup. Well, it's warm in here. Wonder what our temperature is. It's only 71. It felt warm when I came in. Okay, I'm going upstairs. I want something good. But I'll wait. I'll just wait. Okay, let's see. I gotta go up the stairs. I do like that it has a hand railing. I mean, that is a must. And I'm sure most everywhere will have one. It gives you support and you can pull yourself up when you can't make yourself go up. Okay. So I'm just about in my room. And my feet are tingling. Okay, I'm in my room. And I'm starving. I don't think my avocado's ready yet. Let's see, was it in here? Yes, it was. Okay. Oh, that which I should not do. Crackers. Let's see, what happens is you wait until you're starving to death and then you eat something. You have to eat something now. Ouch, I heard my back pop. Okay. I know. It's been long enough I could just say goodbye. But I came to sit down for a second. I'm not sure how this data stuff works. Let's see if I can pull that over here. I took what am I talking about? YouTube. I took YouTube off my phone because it was taking up 25 gigs. I only have 64. So I have a lot more gigs, storage, data stuff on my iPad. So I got rid of it on my phone. This is the second time I've done that, so I can get it back. But I had to have enough room to download the updates. And Nancy said if you don't get your updates, then it messes with your phone after a while. It tells you you don't have storage when you do. And so we did this once before, and that's what happened. It showed that I had a lot more storage than they were telling me. And I said, oh, you're out. Well, no, I wasn't. Anyway, I got rid of a lot of things because I thought I had to. So I was trying to just get it offloaded or something, but I just don't know what I'm doing. To where you could the point is, yeah, in order to get the download, I had to have a certain amount of data space, and I did not have it. So I had to offload or do something in order to create room for the update. This phone doesn't get the best, doesn't have the best stuff. I only have 64 gigs, and just the operating stuff has gigs in it. And I know, I'm gonna have to force this place to look somewhere else so I can have a cracker. I know, I know. Okay. Anyway, people, hopefully you're having a great day wherever you are. I'm going to go ahead and try to shut it down at 333 and just hit 222. You know, I'm going to have some crackers maybe with some peanut butter, something that'll stick to my ribs. And then maybe I'll look up Ether 10 and read that to you. I know a lot of people are not interested in. I don't know what's in Ether 10. I just know that I found out some interesting things while I was in Ether. Very interesting that Jesus Christ looked the same in his spiritual body as he did when he was on the earth. Because the brother of Jared was shown. He was shown what Jesus would look like. He was shown the Lamb of God. Okay, it won't be long and I'll be shutting down because it'll be at 333. And I just definitely don't shut down soon enough to just get it right. I love you people. Hope you do well. I hope everybody does well. Pray for me. I'll pray for myself. Share me. And I'm going to go. 1, 2, 3.